How sustainable is our coffee? Over the past 40 years, global coffee consumption has doubled. More than 1.6 billion cups of coffee are consumed daily, with that figure set to continue to rise. In response to this increasing demand, over 145 million bags of coffee were produced by farmers across the globe in 2012-2013. Coffee is now the second most traded commodity in the world behind oil, and is worth over $70 billion. From Brazil to Ethiopia, over 125 million people rely on coffee for their livelihoods, whilst many millions more in the Western world rely on it for their morning pickup. Clearly, coffee is a hugely important commodity, but do we really know whether or not our cup of coffee is sustainable? There are a number of challenges affecting the sustainability of coffee production today. These problems can be split into three different areas: environmental, social, and economic. Because of this huge demand for coffee, rainforests have been destroyed to establish more coffee plantations. This negatively affects the ability of the forest to absorb carbon, which many argue contributes to the changing climate. Coffee's quality is heavily reliant on temperature, and climate change will have a dramatic effect on suitable areas for coffee growth. Models have predicted up to a 65% reduction in the suitable areas for coffee by 2080. So why can't they just move coffee production elsewhere? Well, with 10 to 20% of suitable land for global crops predicted to decline by 2050, there is likely to be an increased pressure on space and natural resources. This scarcity in areas suitable for production of coffee may force coffee farmers into large-scale migration, which in turn has the potential to lead to conflict. Almost 70% of the world's coffee is produced by small-scale farmers who commonly receive as little as 4% of the end price. Furthermore, pests such as the berry borer cost the market up to $500 million a year. So, how are these issues being addressed? There are a number of programs that provide certificates to ensure that the coffee we are buying has been produced in a sustainable manner. Each has their own criteria. Fair Trade and the Rainforest Alliance are two of the most recognised certification programs. The Fair Trade Initiative aims to make coffee farming more economically sustainable by adding a premium to the wholesale price to ensure farmers' livelihoods are maintained, if not improved. 530,000 coffee farmers from 28 different countries benefit from the Fair Trade program. The Rainforest Alliance, on the other hand, focuses its efforts on ensuring coffee is produced in an environmentally sustainable way. They work in collaboration with a number of other organisations to improve farming techniques. For example, they work with Nespresso, successfully assisting 56,000 farmers. Furthermore, Costa Coffee Houses now has 100% of its coffee certified by the Rainforest Alliance. However, did you know that there are a number of other different certifications that also promote sustainable coffee production? The International Federation of Organic Agriculture Movements, or IFOAM for short, aims to promote the production of non-pesticide, GM-free, organically grown coffee. Contrary to popular belief, organically grown coffee has actually been proven to increase the environment's resistance to pests and diseases. This is because organic coffee is primarily shade grown, which can naturally reduce the number of pests. For example, the berry borer pest has been reduced by over a third in organically grown coffee due to the increased number of predatory species, as they haven't been killed by pesticides or other harmful chemicals. Shade coffee also promotes better forest preservation, and the emission of harmful chemicals thus doesn't contaminate the surrounding ecosystem. IFOAM is the only certification regulated by law, and from 2001, the sales of organically grown coffee have more than tripled. Launched in 2003, the UTZ Certified Coffee label is the most recently established major certification program. Today, almost 50% of certified coffee has the UTZ certification. Its primary goals are to educate farmers to use better techniques, improve working conditions, and take better care of their children and the environment. Evidence suggests that educating farmers has a much more lasting impact on sustainable coffee production. UTZ regulations are comprehensive and monitored stringently by third parties, maintaining high standards. However, this can make it difficult for some farmers to comply. The Common Code for Coffee Community, or 4C for short, aims to unite all relevant coffee stakeholders in working towards the improvement of economic, social, and environmental principles. 4C helps growers, especially smallholders, and their business partners to step up from the sustainability baseline to more demanding standards. However, because it is less expensive or regulated, it is suitable for those farmers who are unable to meet the higher standards of certifications, such as with UTZ. As you can see, there are a number of other certifications to look out for when you go out to buy your coffee in either a local supermarket or coffee house. Look out for these labels, because at the end of the day, sustainability starts with you.